All right, welcome back to the channel, and this is my experience actually ordering my car. Now, I've never done this before. When I was a kid, my dad actually ordered a car, and I went with him to the dealership. We sat in the showroom, looked at options. There was this long paper form that he filled out with the salesman, and then a few months later, the car appeared. Right? They called him a few days earlier, said it was built, it was on the way, and that kind of thing. Not a lot of updates, not a lot of real time stuff. Now, 40 years later, I never ordered a car, even though I've wanted to. I've wanted to order a real car. I actually really wanted to order a Porsche. Never had the money to do it or felt like spending the money to do it. And so I have really tended to get lots of used cars in my career and in my life, though I have bought a few off the dealership, a lot, right? New ones. So I've actually gone there. There's a few times I've researched and said, I know that this car is there, and I've gone there to get it. But it could be a hassle. I tried to buy my wife a Subaru last year. We researched it, saw the inventory, drove over, called the salesman, drove over there an hour later, and it wasn't there. And so it's a mess. In any case, typically it's been an hour-long process to purchase a car somewhere else. Though I have had it be as little as 30 minutes when I leased a car and I knew exactly what I wanted. And it was early in the or middle of the year, at springtime, so the model year there were plenty of cars, that kind of thing. In any case, Tesla. So there isn't a Tesla lot. There are some dealer stores. I've actually never been to the dealer store here in Denver that's out on Broadway in the west side of town. But there are stores like the retail store in the mall where I went to do my test drive. Now, when you go to order the car, they'll order it with you, but really they do the same thing that you do, which is go online. So let me show you how you order the Tesla online. This is what I did. So here I've gone to Tesla.com, and you can see, they start with the Model S. That's the one that's the hot one now with the plaid model. For me, I wanted the Model Y. And as you research it, you notice that there's an Order Now button everywhere. So there was one up here that says Order Now. There's one in this, the safety part. There's one in the storage part. They're just all over. They want you to order a car. So really what you do is you click this. You'll create an account at some point, but you then pick the car. So for me, I wanted the long range because range is more important to me than performance, because this 326 is estimated, even if you look at your normal gas ICE cars, they don't get the same mileage you expect. So I have to go 210 miles to go skiing at my condo, and having some pad in there, for traffic and things. I think if I can get 250, 260, I'd be in good shape, and I should get that here. With the performance model, it drops about 20 miles here. What is it exactly? Yeah, about 20 miles. I probably could get by, but I don't know that I care enough to spend that money. The next step is the paint. There are only 5 colors available here. The white is included. The red costs $2,000, and these all cost $1,000. We actually went with the silver metallic. It's a little bit darker than this in real life, but for me, I live on a ranch and gravel roads, and this shows a lot less dirt. I've had this color and it shows dirt. I've had this color and it shows dirt. My wife didn't like this nor this. I actually had a red Porsche and I didn't love red, so silver. Next, you pick the wheel. So they have these 20-inch induction wheels, which look super cool, and the regular 19-inch ones. I stuck with 19 because they have a better ride from what I hear. They're smaller, so they're less expensive. And I do plan to get winter tires as well. And the 20-inch ones, I've heard a lot of people talk about, really easy to scratch and curb, when you turn too tightly. So I decided to just stick here. The tow hitch was tempting, but in all, for me, I'm likely to only carry skis or bikes. So a roof rack or a rear small hitch at less than $1,000 is something that I would do. We have a big 1-ton pickup. I have plenty of stuff to tow things. Now the interior, they have this new white interior that I've seen some people really like, and they say it looks cool, but they also say it gets pretty dirty, from just clothing, dander, darning, yarn, things like that. So I decided to stick with black here. I've also went with 5-seat because we really intend to fold the seats down a lot and have the dogs back there. So 7 seats doesn't make sense. I've also seen a lot of cars this size that have that 7-seat interior, and those back seats are really unusable. So I stuck here. This is a $3,000 option if you want it. And then full self-driving. Now, this is controversial. They just released a beta update in July of this year. People aren't sure it works really well. I think it might work fairly well for me because I tend to, be on roads that are more rural and less busy, and there's less weird stuff, like monorail lines and other things. But in any case, I'm not sure it's worth $10,000. Really, I think the autopilot stuff works well enough for me. I don't park like this enough. I'm not in a city. I don't plan on summoning a car to me. So not worth it for me yet. Maybe they've talked about this as a subscription. That would be interesting to me, maybe to try it. And then order your Model Y. So right now it's beginning of August. The estimated delivery is December. When I actually went through this process in May, I did it right before the price increase. Literally, I ordered on a Friday night. Saturday morning, I woke up and they had increased the price $500. At that point, they said July. So May, June, July, 2 months out. My current estimate is that sometime later this month. So it's after, I think, the 17th to the first week of September right now. So they've continued to slip the delivery date a little bit, I think, in response to demand. But right now, you're December, which I might guess could be earlier if they get the Austin factory online, could be later. In any case, when I've looked before, there hasn't been potential inventory for the Model Ys. There is for the S and the X if you want those. And that's it. Then you go to payment, and it gives you a summary of what you've done, and you have choices, right? It's a $55,000 car. You can pay cash, you can do lease, and you can do loan. No matter what you do, you pay $100 today, non-refundable, as an order fee. And then that essentially holds your place in line, and you can then go through the rest of this. I actually went through the loan piece here, and once I had done this, what happens is they give you a calculator and a slider, and you fill out the credit application. You can decide how much money do I want to put down versus the payment and the terms. Do I want 72 months, 60 months, etc.? You can do all the normal type of finance stuff. And really, it was fantastic because they just would send me reminders that would say, hey, go do this thing. As an example, here's one of the emails I got. It said, complete your pre-delivery tasks, pick up where you left off. Here it was actually deciding a payment method where it said, do you want to use bank draft or credit card or whatever you wanted to do there. So they did a really good job of kind of reminding me to go through these steps. And all in all, it took me about 5 minutes to order the car, maybe 5 minutes of discussing these options with my wife. And then, 10 or 15 minutes later to just go through these pre-delivery tasks that were there. And that was really it. And that's the kind of the entire process of ordering a Tesla. It's about as quick and easy as you can do it in any way. So I would encourage you, if you can afford it and you want the car and you're interested in trying it, just do it yourself online. In any case, watch more videos on the Colorado Tesla experience, and we'll see where we are.